Welcome back to Third World Cycle. So I haven't uploaded in a while, but we're here. So this video is it's a recording of a weekly this Wednesday, like maybe a day ago or 2 days ago. Of a weekly Wednesday ride. It's a midweek ride, high intensity, high pace. 3 loops from Lighthouse, Port Royal to Port Royal town and back. So I ride out before the group. And you see, I'm looking just to see if they catch me, just to warm up, because they go hard from the get-go. And the first time I went out, and even as you'll see today, I got dropped every loop. My legs don't decide to join the ride until the 3rd loop when everything warm up. So we're going to jump off out a little bit, and almost, if you look at the map, I'm almost at the end of and right here I was caught by Robert, Big Rob. You should see him riding up in a few. Right, and he was saying they're right behind us. Right, so I just tagged on his wheel, start going in. He was doing a good pace. I just stayed with him until we reach, and I was just checking back to see how close or how far they are. And as you can hear, it's a lot of wind. It's a lot of wind. Like, we have a tailwind going to Port Royal and a headwind going to airport. So where you see the little checkered mark, start finish, to that direction it's a headwind. So we could do the numbers going, but they can do some numbers going back, but I can't do. Right? So we're doing some good numbers here. I wish I had the comparison for both kilometer per hour and miles per hour. Right? So I was still trying to get warm. Right? I was still doing some numbers, but just to get warm, get the legs going. So right now we're heading back, and with the loop and we're heading back, so we're now in the headwind going back. So if you notice, I mean, everybody's legs fresh now, so they're doing good number going back. Right. Footage is pretty clean. So as you'll notice, where the sun is behind us now, so the image quality is much clearer. As with going to Port Royal, the sun is like in front of us, so it's a little bit dark. So you can hear the wind. It's so heavy. I don't even know. I probably should look up to see what the wind was at the time. But if you look at her shirt, look at the shirts, heavy wind. So this is the entire group. It's about 6, 7, 8, 9, at least 10 or 11 riders, and that's roughly the size each week, between 10 and 15 riders. And a few riders get dropped. Some get dropped, can come back in. Others not so lucky. I should say not so strong. But this is the hardest part, fighting the wind, going back in. So hopefully I can do one of these each week, plus the weekend rides, Saturday rides. So we have a Saturday ride. It's another high intensity ride. We have a midweek Wednesday ride. So maybe 2 videos a week if I stay consistent. Right, so we're about 3/4 of the way. I think each loop, the entire ride is an hour and 30 minutes. Or maybe 2 hours. So, and this is first loop. Right, I think I'm gonna jump ahead a little bit now. Losing the wheel. About halfway there now. So like this road is not the best to do these speeds, but they've done some patchwork, so it's not that bad compared to the same road out maybe half a year ago. So this is me looking like it's struggle central. Maybe not. But I got dropped every lap, every loop on this ride. So the pace picking up now. Gap City. Can't close that. Looking for shelter, can't find shelter. I think here I started surfing some wheels. Well, you know, the view is better from the back. You can see everybody riding. Alright. So the pace drop spreading wide now. That group that just passed us, that's another group that rides on Wednesdays. But they do the entire stretch. So they go from Harborview roundabout all the way to Port Royal and back. And they start around the same time or maybe a little earlier. So I start surfing some wheels now, trying to recover. Didn't want to. He was coming back a bit too fast, so go around him. He's riding in reverse. That's another set of guys. In this space. And you would hope that with Robert here I could get better draft, but the wind, and you can't get around it. It's just that kind of breeze. And this strip of land, for those who are not familiar, this strip of land is maybe 100 meters wide at some parts, so it's just sea on both ends. So the harbor and the, as you'll see right there, and then on the other side. So at some points on this strip, it's maybe 100 meter wide or 200 meter wide or whatever. As in you can stand and see the water on both sides. So without these trees, the wind probably the worst. So I did a turn on the front there. I'll let it recover. So it look like this is me getting dropped. I just going in. Or not this time. Just anticipating it can't really happen. But it's not this time. Yeah. I couldn't close that. Wheel surfing. And one thing I did wrong here, I was surfing too far from the wheel, so like that gap that is opening right there should have been closer on the inside to benefit from whatever draft I can get on the inside. So like now I should have moved up a little closer. Stay there. The draft. So now they're slowing up. I still can't close it. Struggle is real. Still surfing too far off. So we're right about at the point where they turn. So that's one loop though, beautiful. Maybe you can see looking back I did fairly okay, not getting dropped on the first loop. Wait. the looping now. So I know if I go all the way down to the lighthouse with them, by the time they turn and speed up, I'm getting dropped. So what I do, I try to turn before them. So I turn now and it's a tailwind. So I just turn and start maintaining a pace. So by the time they catch, I can just tag on. The map is slightly off. Should be able to do a G-sync just so everything syncs properly. So now jump up to pace, recover while they are blazing, coming. So I'm just checking back to see how far they are. This is them catching up now. And as you can see, blazing speed. What I did wrong here is I accelerated too slow. So it was a little bit harder for me to match the pace. And what I did wrong is going on this fellow's wheel. So I'm struggling. He is struggling. So I'm on his wheel, barely getting any draft because he's not on the wheel. And I can't close that little gap. So the struggle central. So as I said, the sun is ahead of us now. We have a tailwind here, as you can see from the speed. And so this is loop, second loop. I should have tried going around him to just get on the train instead of struggling back here, so. Probably needed to just shift one gear down and it would have good. And then this gap open. Rough. Right here I should have went around it. Don't know why, but he sped up. I was trying, but he speed up. And couldn't make it. Couldn't make it. Legs them dead. See, face dropping. This is where I think I got dropped. Yep. And luckily today, like, there was a support. Normally there is no support vehicle, but one of the guys didn't come prepared and he was driving support, and luckily he was there. So I drafted behind, and I drafted behind for a while, like all the way to Port Royal. So basically half of the loop I drafted behind the van. We're not going to show all of that, we're just going to cut through that bit. But if the group was like, could provide this much draft, man, that would be good. But such is life, eh? And they were right there. One dig. And maybe I could have catch them. Maybe. Good draft. So I don't remember what happened here, but for some reason I'm back with the group. And oh yes, so what happened is I got dropped on the way back in the headwind again, drafted the van, so I cut out all of that. So we're now on the loop heading back to Port Royal. Right, so this is the third loop heading back to Port Royal. So that's what happened there. Shit. Okay. Technical glitch. So doing some turns. I did that few pull through. But again, I think I got dropped here. Again. No surprise. This was heading to for so we're coming up on the final. This is a so this should be the one heading back, and the final one. So I got dropped a little bit close to the finish at going to to the turnaround point. So it wasn't all the way. But right here, thought I could have catch Robert wheel, get on his wheel, and he would have catch a group. But I slowed up too much here. I should have gotten on his wheel right here. And the support vehicle pass. See, Robert speed up, and that was the end. That was the end. This is, I want to jump ahead again. So this is the final stretch going back in, or coming up. Final stretch now going in. And this is where, as I say, my legs I was feeling better. So I turned, these guys turned earlier as well. And the main group should be catching us now. At this point, everybody's tired, everybody's at a sea. I know I'm tired, I'm struggling. I can see some gaps opening up. More people skipping turns. There's people trying to pull through. So little bit above the ball. Coach. So you can hear coach in the background reiterating the same thing. People, fence not pulling through. So right here, push me time away. So I said, alright, let me get on his wheel. I wish the GoPro mic would pick up. He was saying, because he was on my wheel before he, yo, let me through. I did a one turn. I wanted to count with me. I think I have. And rewatching this footage, I realized I have 3 pulls, 3 turns on the front before I get dropped. 3 turns. That is 1. And you see, I cut it out before I even count. But this was the last one. This was the 3rd one. And this is me getting dropped. Jump. And luckily I was already giving up, and then I saw these guys coming through, so I said, alright, cool, just stick with this. Alright. So we have a split now, 2 groups. Maybe 2-3 seconds apart. Somebody else falling back. So we did this a little bit more, and you can see we're coming up to the end now. And I wanted to be closer to the front so I could capture any action or anything that was happening. And I recovered enough. So I was like, I probably should get across and try get across. So I did that jump. It's like 1 second. Small effort. As we're coming up to the end, I don't know the distance. Like, it's my first. No, not no. But I wasn't feeling terrible here. Always my legs show up at the end. And the wind gets worse here because, as you see, there's no tree cover, and it's coming in hard from the right. So the guys on the left here are sheltered, body on the right getting it. Coming up to the finish, right around that bend up over that little hump. Nobody's trying to spend any time on the front, saving for the sprint. Yeah, so this little incline here. I did a pull through, and the last time I was caught here, I went too early. I felt good, so and I went early. But this time I'd learned not to. I said, let me just pull off. But no one was coming around. Right? Tell the word. No one was coming around. So I'm saying, alright, let me try to do a lead out. Because I know it's almost done. So I say, alright, I'm going. I should have tried a sprint, just to do a sprint lead out. I brought the pace up proudly, with a proud number. Alright, good little gap here, and a sprint, all these things. Paul could have went still. Paul was in a good position to go. Yeah, that was it. Thanks for watching. This might be short at the end. So, see you next time.